Hey YouTube, it's Patrick J. Hilario here, and I'm your real estate investor and real estate coach. And today's video will be talking about how you can adapt to Canada's real estate game as interest rates continue to rise. Hey, if you're interested in learning more about real estate and how we can essentially work together, make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to connect there, and that's where we can connect as professionals, see how we can help each other grow. So just search me up, Patrick J. Hilario on LinkedIn. Take care and peace. So if you've been paying attention to the Canadian real estate market, you should have noticed that the Bank of Canada has increased interest rates multiple times this year. Back in April, they increased it by 50 basis points, and then in June, they increased it by another 50 basis points. And in July, they increased it by a full 100 basis points or a full percent. And then just recently, in this month of September, they increased it by a little bit less at 75 basis points. So once interest rates started going up, I really had to start looking at adapting my strategy. And this is what we're going to be talking about in this video later on. However, some feelings I was feeling was I was a little nervous because I didn't know what was going to happen next. How long will Canada be continually increasing their interest rates? Luckily, what I did was take a moment to just calm myself down, and then I immediately called my coach, Nelson. And we had a conversation of, okay, how do we change our strategies so that we can continually buy homes even if interest rates are going up? So big change that I made was making sure that, okay, I'm actually analyzing deals properly. And another one was making sure that everyone on my team was aware of these interest rate hikes and how we're going to be adapting to that. Was kind of nervous at the beginning. However, the more I educated myself and the more I was able to get help from Nelson and everyone else on the team, the more I felt confident that there are still deals out there. And in fact, we've actually bought 2 other properties and added another 3 units to our portfolio, even if real estate interest rates have been increasing here in Canada. So the first reason that probably you should be scared of these rising interest rates is going to be that once you buy that property and you have, let's say, that term of the mortgage of 3 to 5 years, you will have to really focus and determine, okay, where do you think interest rates will be in that time period, and make sure you have a plan for that. If you don't, then you definitely should be scared, because you don't want to jump into this market without knowing what you are doing, especially if interest rates go up again next month and then possibly go up again in another month. So what you can do to deal with that fear is continually educate yourself. I'm a firm believer that the more education you have around interest rates, the more that you'll actually understand and the less fear you'll have. A lot of us fear the unknown, but if you have a better understanding of interest rates, you will actually look at it as an opportunity and less of an event or an environment to be fearful in. Hey, if you want to see more content and even get an inside scoop of what I've been thinking, I put that all on Twitter. It's like my mental notes where I can pass even more insights. You can get a sneak peek on what I've been working on. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at Patrick J. Hilario, and I'll see you there. Now, second group of people that should probably be a little bit scared during this time of rising interest rates is going to be your flippers out there, or people trying to do a BRRRR right now. And the reason for that is with these rising interest rates, if you're trying to flip the house, well, you got to remember that your buyers are also experiencing a certain level of fear and a certain level of, let's say, hesitancy when it comes to buying these properties right now. So something that you should do is make sure that you're running your comparables properly. I wouldn't use comparables from 6 months ago. The latest comparables I would use would most likely be around the 3 month to even the 1 month mark. And then even then, it might make sense to even reduce your comparable number by another 10% and even adding another $10,000 discount to what you think your property will sell for. We actually picked up a property for about $205,000, and because of these rising interest rates, instead of doing like a full-on reno where we're trying to aim to make the property very updated and more luxury look, Instead, we've done a bare minimum reno, just make it nice, clean, tidy, maintenance, and update a few key elements such as the flooring and the paint to give it a new updated feel without having to spend so much on the renovation. By making sure that you are on top of your renovation costs and possibly even reducing that, now we can make sure that we can still sell the property at a lower price while still making sure that everyone on the team gets paid. And of course, we as investors get paid last, but we want to make sure that we still profit something even if interest rates are going up. Now, the third group of people that should be very fearful during this time of rising interest rates are you new investors out there. If you've never invested in real estate and you want to get into a property sooner than later, then you really need to act now and increase your knowledge. Make sure that you understand these rising interest rates and don't let that stop you from buying properties now, because we don't know if interest rates will continue going up. If they do, you'll be very quickly priced out, and this may be the last chance for you to actually buy a property, even if you're just a first-time home buyer. So the suggestion for you to how to deal with that is, one, start looking at other options to finance your deals. You also need to be able to increase your ability to negotiate so that you can actually get properties at a lower price instead of paying what the seller wants, because a lot of these sellers on the market think we are still in a market that we were in, say, 6 months ago or even a year ago. We are in a completely different market now. With these rising interest rates, a lot of homes are actually sitting on market, which is actually an opportunity for you to buy. The problem is, if you don't know how to identify a deal and you end up overpaying, well, you essentially start off your real estate career already in a place where things are going to be very difficult for you. Money is made on the buy, and even if interest rates are rising, you just need to change how you calculate and analyze these deals. Make sure you buy properly underneath market value, and then you'll be coming out on top the moment you buy that property. And then you can even force renovations if you want to use the BRRRR strategy. Now, if you're someone who wants to jump into real estate and really go past just your first property, grow that portfolio from 6 to even 10, even more properties, while also having someone help educate you, help you keep accountable, and also help you implement the proper systems so you can grow your own rental portfolio, well, I'd love for you to click that link below and hit the Calendly link so that we can actually sit down and do a quick Zoom call. I'd love to figure out what your current situation is and then build you a customized real estate war map so you know exactly what to do during these times of increasing interest rates. So to quickly recap this video, we talked about a couple people that are feeling a sense of fear when it comes to a real estate market here in Canada. This first group of people are going to be those folks that don't understand interest rates. The next group of people are possibly you flippers or you BRRRR investors, where you possibly miscalculate your ARV and your comparables. And then thirdly, the last group is going to be those people that want to get into real estate. However, you're starting to see and feel the fear in the environment in the sense that this may be your last chance of buying a property here in Canada. So a couple things that you can do to mitigate and deal with this fear is, first, you got to continually educate yourself on interest rates to reduce that fear. Second, you got to make sure that you're updating your comparables and your ARV, possibly using even 3 months of ARV or even just the last month in your market instead of 6 months ago, using those comparables. And then thirdly, you have to act with a certain sense of urgency. If you're going to be a new buyer, make sure you're educated, make sure you have a coach to help you implement the proper systems so you can still buy these deals that are out there even if interest rates are increasing. So fear can be a motivator, and I highly suggest that you guys use fear to make the necessary changes. The last thing you want to do is be in a fearful state and then do nothing about it. It's going to cause more anxiety, it's going to cause you to have more fear, and it's going to cause you to really not make the necessary changes, where instead you could use fear as a motivator to transform your situation. So again, if you are in a place where you want to get into real estate, you're not entirely sure how or if it's even possible, I'm telling you right now that deals are still out there, and we are definitely buying deals underneath market value. Again, I'd love for you to hit that Calendly link below and book a free real estate strategy session with myself as a real estate coach. And that's where I'd love to build you a customized real estate warm map to help you hit those goals. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys got some value out of this video, and make sure to hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, even share this video with all your friends that want to become real estate investors. And I'd love to see you at the next video. Peace.